Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, places where money, power, and style come together. People here spend a lot of money on their pets. And one popular place to shop is Pets of Bel Air. Pets of Bel Air employees say they see lots of well-known faces in the store. Demi Moore, Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, Robin Williams. And some famous customers also have bought puppies here. Not everyone can afford a Pets of Bel Air puppy. The store charges $2,400 for a Maltese pup, and more than $1,500 for trending mixed breed puppies like this Cavalier Bichon mix or Cavajon. Pets of Bel Air puppies are brushed, perfumed, and displayed in baby cribs. But these cute puppies have a hidden history, a history Pets of Bel Air deliberately keeps secret from its famous and not so famous customers.
Puppy mills? Do you know anything about that?
We don't do puppy mills. We go through breeders and so on.
So what's the difference between a breeder and a puppy mill? A Pets of Bel Air employee explained it to an HSUS undercover investigator.
Basically, puppy mills are breeders that, just breed dogs just to sell and what else, that kind of like mass producing them.
Okay.
Which is bad because then that means that they can have certain ailments. They're more prone to, diseases and ailments and things like that.
What do you normally tell people if they ask, where do they come from?
This is the Pets of Bel Air manager. Here's what she told an HSUS investigator to say to customers.
The main question even is more not even where they come from, but do they come from puppy mills, and it's always a no. Which is true. No.
Actually, it's yes. Pets of Bel Air does buy puppies from puppy mills, including several in Arkansas, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Shipping documents show the transfer of puppies to Pets of Bel Air from dozens of breeders in the Midwest, a section of the country heavily populated with puppy mills. Undercover investigators visited several of these breeder locations. This is Baker's Kozy Kennel in Arkansas. There were about 300 dogs here, most of them small breeds, including Chihuahuas, a breed favored by Pets of Bel Air customer Paris Hilton. Baker's Kozy Kennel has been cited in recent years by USDA inspectors for several animal care violations. The USDA found grimy, dirty food dishes and inadequate housing that left dogs exposed to the elements. Raw, injured paws, like this dog's, are a common injury for puppy mill dogs who spend their lives walking on wire cage flooring. And these dogs are what is known as cage crazy. Frantic circling is an indication an animal is deprived of basic requirements for mental health. This is typical puppy mill dog behavior. Pets of Bel Air buys puppies from Baker's Kozy Kennel. Yet the store insists it doesn't use puppy mills. About 100 breeding dogs live confined in small cages at this puppy mill, Carole's Puppy Palace in Oklahoma. The small breed dogs at Carole's have tiny toes that can squeeze through wire cage flooring. This Pets of Bel Air puppy came from Carole's Puppy Palace. This Kansas puppy mill, RCW Kennels, also sells puppies to Pets of Bel Air. Last year, a state inspector at RCW counted 170 adult dogs and 123 puppies on site. During that inspection, the Kansas inspector noted a urine ammonia smell so strong in an unventilated building it burned her nose and eyes. And she noted worn-out wire cages exposing dogs to sharp edges. Along with other breeds, RCW sells bulldog puppies, a breed popular with actress Denise Richards.
We had two French bulldogs, and they were siblings, and Denise Richards came in and bought that for you.
Telling celebrity and non-celebrity customers it doesn't use puppy mills when clearly it does is not the only way Pets of Bel Air misleads the public.
Never say this dog is sick. Ever, 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 ever.
The store also pretends it doesn't have sick puppies. Here is a Pets of Bel Air employee telling an HSUS undercover investigator what not to say to customers.
That is the worst thing you can ever say to a customer. Oh, this dog is sick. Even if it is.
Puppy mill puppies often are sick by the time they reach pet stores. Mill puppies are taken away from their mothers at about 8 weeks of age and then transported across the country. The process is tough on young puppy immune systems, and many develop stubborn respiratory infections, which can lead to pneumonia. The Pets of Bel Air manager explains what to tell customers about sick young puppies.
Should never use those words, never use sick, heartburn, never say it. So, if anything, if you ever have to tell a customer something about a dog, and you know what I mean, say, oh, it has a little cold.
I usually say sniffles so it sounds cuter.
But if all these puppies have is a cold or the sniffles, they get some powerful drugs at Pets of Bel Air. Employees medicate young pups with strong antibiotics, drugs typically used for treating intestinal and respiratory infections, problems much worse than the sniffles. Unfortunately, Pets of Bel Air isn't alone. No matter how famous you might be, pet stores and internet puppy peddlers across the country will tell you they don't use puppy mills. Instead, they will tell you whatever you want to hear in order to sell you a puppy.